Sometimes you have to allow yourself to fail to create something beautiful. In art, there is no such thing as perfection. So allow yourself to strive for failure to propel your creative process in beautiful ways. So let's dive into my failed February Sketchbook Challenge and the beautiful art I created on the way of trying to complete a sketchbook in 1 month. Welcome back to my little creative corner of the internet. And welcome to our February Sketchbook Tour, where we dive into the part of this beautiful Paperblanks Sketchbook that we were able to complete in the February Sketchbook Challenge. Like you can see here, I didn't quite reach my goal of completing the full sketchbook in February, but I was able to complete more than half of it, so I thought it would be fun to do a little tour of the sketchbook anyways, before we dive into more fun and art journal with me to fill up the rest of this sketchbook in March. Let's dive in and have a little tour of the February part of this sketchbook. Yeah, the sketchbook I worked in is a Paperblanks blank sketchbook. I really love the beautiful cover of it, and we started the sketchbook for February after having such a complete creative blast in January for the Junk Journal January Challenge. But I think it was a bit ambitious to wanting to fill up another completed sketchbook after January. But I'm really happy with how this sketchbook turned out so far and how many of pages I was able to complete and how much I did create in February. And I am very sure if I haven't set myself the goal to complete this sketchbook, I wouldn't have done as much. I did start the challenge on the YouTube channel in another video, so I will leave a link in the little info card and the description down below for the start of this sketchbook, where I created the goals page and this little portrait drawing. Now let's get into more of the pages. I did just do some random doodles here and another little collage and drawing. I did quite a lot of drawings of heads without hair. I don't really know why I did all those without any kind of hair on top of it. It just was easier to draw, I guess. So here's another head without hair, and I really liked to do this more expressive kind of art style with the wax crayons. Here's another cup of coffee. I did draw quite a lot of heads and coffees in this sketchbook, you will see, but I really like how this one turned out, like it's a cute little blanket and everything. Here's one of my random doodle pages, which I love to do all the time when I don't have any idea what to draw. Here's some more wax crayon expressive kind of drawing. Don't know, tried to be artsy in a way. I don't know if I really like it, but it's fine. Sometimes you have to do something more random. And here I did combine some pencil drawings with some paint markers, and I really love the look of those different green tones of the paint markers all together. I feel like it makes it more cohesive in a way. Here's another spread of a face, a portrait drawing I did on top of some different papers. That's something I really like to do in my sketchbooks when I'm bored with the blank page. I just glue down some different patterned paper. Here I did just some different books and newspaper clippings to have a different pattern on the page before drawing on top of it. Here is one of the art journal spreads I did share on my channel, so I will leave a link in the little info card to the completed art journal with me video for this spread. I really like how this one turned out, and there are still a few videos I have filmed of the processes that I will share with you throughout the upcoming months. Here's another random page I did with some faces and just a quote I really liked. I just love to include random quotes here and there, that's why in a way I call my sketchbooks art journals all the time, because I feel like it's not only sketches, it's also collage and some writing and documenting my time and everything else. So it's just such a big mixture and mess of everything that is going on in my creative life. In a way, that's why I call them art journals all the time. So here's some more pastel colors I used, just making some random drawings of a sun and some squiggly lines in a way, and some more crayons drawings just to make something abstract and, like I said, be a bit artsy. So here's another portrait drawing. I really like how this one turned out. And some more coffee, or I think it's tea with that color. It should be some fruit tea or something. I don't know. Really haven't done a specific reason for this color. I just like the red tone. Here I did experiment with some pencils that were able to get activated with water. So I did do some splatters on the page to just activate them on some points. I don't know if you can see it here. Maybe a little bit better. Just make the paint flow in a way with some water and not ruin the complete drawing. So it's a mixture of pencil and watercolors in a way. Just some watercolor pencils I used here and just a bit splats of water. I'm really happy with how this spread turned out. I think it looks very cool. So here now we are on to week number 2 of our February Sketchbook Challenge, and I did start out with some doodles. Then I did a little collage and a digital drawing here for this spread, and I thought just it fits very well with the different green tones of this drawing. That's why I included it here. And I really like how this punk rock dude kind of turned out. It's just, I always feel like it makes every art piece so much more cohesive if you do use the same color palette in a way. And with this book I was really into the combination of the different green tones in a way. Here's another completely random collage-y kind of spread. Sometimes I'm just drawing down random faces and stuff and just layer on top of the page all bits and bobs and see what it will come out in the end. Here's just another random little doodle flower page. And here's one that I did an art journal with me as well. I will leave a link in the little info card. And I really love how this one turned out. It's just, I did layer just a bunch of little things on the page and then included a little quote here and there. Just like I said before, adding a bunch of things to the page, and in the end it kind of makes sense in a way. So I feel like it's like I'm collaging without the paper and the glue, just with different pencils and pens. Here another drawing that included the favorite color palette at the moment in a way. So just a little abstract landscape and a face. And here now we get into the part where I did try to complete as much pages as possible in 1 hour in the sketchbook, so I will leave the video for this completed process of the next few pages here in the info card as well. I really like how these spreads turned out and how different all of them are. I feel like I really, in a way, I did do quite a lot of face drawings and cups and everything, but on the other hand I did explore quite a lot of different kind of things in this sketchbook, which I'm really proud of. This is one of my absolute favorite spreads so far in the sketchbook. It also was my favorite spread from the 1 hour drawing kind of challenge. I'm just really happy how this portrait turned out in a way. Now onto another abstract little flower. It's just so much faster to do some abstract colorful stuff. That's why I did some more different flowers with colored markers here as well. And little face again. What I like about this face is that I feel like I have a bit of a same face syndrome with kind of, most of my faces kind of look like this. I feel like this is kind of my go-to, and this one turned out different. I feel like it's because the face is a little bit smaller and the head is a bit bigger. Maybe it's more proportional in a way. I don't know. I just really like how this one turned out. Now on to week number 3 for the February Sketchbook Challenge, and for that week there wasn't much progress as that was the week I was getting ill, and that was kind of a big hurdle for me too. I didn't have the power to get creative in a way, so I just did this little spread here for the beginning of week 3. I really like how the combination of the pencil and the paint markers turned out, so that's kind of cute, I guess. And here I did one digital illustration. That was something that was way easier when I was sick and in bed. Draw this weird looking face in Procreate, and just some more random flower doodles, another little doodle spread. I really like how this different kind of pens and the colors came together. That's quite cute, I guess. And now we're already in week number 4, so I didn't really get much done for week 3 with only 4 pages. So now let's get on to week number 4, our final week of February, and in that I did do quite a bit more. So another illustration and some random drawing of an apple with an eye in the middle, and a quote from Paperblanks Sketchbook. Here I did some more digital collage work. I really like how those turned out. You can see them up there as well. On to another spread that is a bit empty, so I will definitely go back here and add something more sometimes, and hopefully finish this guy down here as well. Now another Procreate collage, and here I did get out one of my big paint markers and did some more brush stroke kind of illustrations to get some artistic loose kind of things going. And I really like how this spread turned out. I think the face looks kind of cool. And I found a bunch of old photography film on the streets that someone had ruined, so there's nothing on the film, but I love to include those in my illustrations and my little collages and stuff. Here's some more abstract kind of illustrations. This one didn't quite turn out the way I wanted. I think the body shape is a bit off, but I tried to do a more abstract fashion illustration kind of thing. Here some faces and another fashion illustration kind of page and another one of my little portraits, and that's it. This is all the pages I had completed in February, and I can't wait to fill this spreads up in March, hopefully. And we did quite complete like half of the sketchbook, or more than half of the sketchbook. We have like 4 signatures left, and we already did complete 5.5 in a way. I hope you enjoyed this little half tour of my sketchbook, and hopefully we can complete this bad boy in March, and then I can show you the completed sketchbook tour very, very soon. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, a thumbs up would make me really happy, and I will leave all the videos to the art journals with me and everything else in the description down below. Thanks so much for watching, and see you very, very soon. Until then, happy creating.